Economic activities in Nigeria will gradually resume from Monday, May 4th, 2020, after the expiration of the COVID-19 lockdown imposed on Lagos, Ogun and the Federal Capital Territory. In line with the new national measures announced by President Muhammadu Buhari earlier this week, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has provided more guidelines for the gradual reopening of the economy of Lagos. There's more in this next report.
President Buhari had in his national address permitted state governments to review the guidelines for the phased easing of the lockdown given the unique circumstances in their respective states. Governor Sanwo-Olu at this press briefing provided clarifications as to how the guidelines will be implemented in the state. For businesses that wish to reopen, the governor says they must adhere strictly to social distancing while high levels of personal hygiene are maintained at workplaces.
Companies that choose to operate within this controlled easing environment would operate within the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. They're also directed to operate at the maximum of 60% of their staff capacity. We understand the importance that the banks and the financial institutions play in our economy, and for that reason, we'll expect that the banks will have more branches open, and we'll expect them to also keep to the 9 o'clock to 3 p.m. Working hours. Very important for me to mention that banks also must ensure that they have regular cleaning of their or decontamination of their ATM machine. They must ensure that do that every other hour, ensure that their ATM machines at their premises are cleaned and they are decontaminated regularly.
The governor says commuters in public transport must wear face masks and buses must load 60% of their capacity.
All buses should load to a maximum of 60% of their full capacity, meaning that if your capacity is 10 passengers, you cannot load more than 6 at every given time, at any given time. No standing in all BRT and the Lagos bus service bus operation. All air conditioning systems in the public service, in all this public system also must be switched off. All the waterways transportation will be allowed to move from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily on further notice.
Sanwo-Olu also gave directives for schools, religious organizations, as well as eateries and restaurants.
Eateries and restaurants will also be allowed to open between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., but they shall only do takeaways. There will not be permitted any form of in-dining service whatsoever. All schools and institutions at primary, secondary, and tertiary levels will continue to remain physically closed. Students are expected to continue learning alternative online and media channels as announced by the various institutions of learning. All places of worship, be it formal or informal, will remain closed from any form of congregational service or assemblage until further notice.
The Lagos State government has also set up a committee comprising of major stakeholders to ensure that the aim of this directive is achieved. The state government says it will also create a whistleblower channel where companies that flout these directives can be reported by members of the public. Adekunle, TV360, Lagos.